you na we ni kunu say I say onu ni mom na say yes rama na ko ye kunu. It's very sad.
It's sad to you. Me, it's not sad to me. I don't know why people are feeling sad. It's because you what I know you don't know. Maybe that's why you're sad. So I'm telling you what I know, so that you should stop being sad. Because when you become sad, you will not do what you were doing. We need your energy and your effort. Team Legal Wives, you move. Continue moving.
We full ground. We pin.
Previously,
before Ashantis also know that although Broni is also a legal wife. Quite, Kona man, would don't be for life as I know, say, who can mo chocho.
we are on same who are they?
Now, so comment, I tried the bell 20 times according to we the Ashantis. You and who are the Ashantis? You and who?
According to the Ashantis, although Broni is a wife, and I'm a boy.
Only one yes Ashantis, no, but me who only one.
According to Ashantis.
We the Ashantis, no only one yes we no.
I say in common we the Germans.
And I was we the Ashantis, no. Only one yes we the Ashantis, no.
Messi obebema obuafua ebufuo ne baata.
No, when me bufu ya me so me say me Ashanti ni me Ashanti me papa nya ya Ashanti ni but enye ha na obey we the Ashantis woni one yes Ashantis. Ashanti amamre bia no ejim platum say oye kuna.
Get ready with your questions in part 1. So I have come to prove to you that the only legally recognized wife of the late Daddy Lumba is Mrs. Akosua Serwaa. So when you hear this, it says the new option is as in 1st of May gives you the right to add your husband's name to your name, whether hyphenated or with no hyphenation. He said the previous option was that before this new law, options including choosing one person's surname, keeping the maiden name, or if a foreign law allows it, let it be some binational cases, opting for a name according to that law. And in the German constitution and the German laws of marriage, Mrs. Akosua Serwaa declared that I, from today, by virtue of this marriage we are going through in this civil registry, I choose to ignore, forbid, get rid of my father's name and choose my husband's name, Mr. Charles Kojofosu's surname, as my surname. Hey, clap for the woman. Then today, you sit down and tell us that with this decision that Mrs. Akosua Serwaa took, you don't recognize her, not because you have a proof of a divorce, but you have a proof that she didn't come forward to come and prove with documentation that shows that she's a Mrs. But the name alone shows that she's a Mrs. Exactly. Hey, that's like Lutterodt. The name alone shows that the woman is Mrs. Akosua Serwaa. And I'm saying it that, Madam, me, fitiane kono, men chokra te bi an fa Mrs. Ninka. Oh yeah, video crowd Broni din Mrs. Akosua Serwaa. And I know video the buy. Oh boy, no body for soon is also. Sure. Me say Mrs. Akosua Serwaa super so nye dianka. Na ko be fra ho ma lumba. Counselor. Ko ya ko wo ma shatawali. Aha no nya din shatamichi be si e no ntumi yi fi din so. Counselor.
Pacho, good evening.
Evening.
Nyankopon Shroud say, one moment about life no so.
That's it.
No, and Ukraine, me and him near. Me can't no Korea chow ne. Na minim say, a maybe bebampo. I'm a man opportunity, and what I did is our so.
That's
I will cafe will say.
that's
Nyankopon Shroud. Me say, me can't crash. I meet my catcher say, my defender. I will quite be brave, so I will cook draw. Ah, na o de kasa anase o kasa mpo se ogusu kasa nti o kasa e wo ensem bia aya na amanfo ntimenka but o kana se bedi watompa wo se no di atam de wonya den o mfa ho de wo beka na wo beka na me hira wo pa nemo question tutu bi because of nsem na me do nti na me follow more no but I said na we no nsem kakra we na bae no ensem bia o kan ne pen bi nti ama bibi chichire ma adwen so nti many opportunity na mpese me buza se ubetimi ayi ano ama me a
neba so oboduam me ma kwati mbremo ntam na enwu me da asese support me question ube bisa ba bibi enam no ma me sane me ho sane me wie a na ma kwenya no na
Pachomato
kana remfi ejiti Akosua Serwaa na mun nyam hunu no yefosu na wan be yefusu esan se edini ya ne de esan so pese lumba nya ba bi gina enya dimpa bi daachi bi nti no ogidini to no so no de wale no enti German for gini to mo esan se wa pene so se ogini krudin account ya gini din ya man passport a eye Akosua Serwaa fosu na so onya yire wo si onya yire tie me German for say e kwa obefa so answer na word to me
This say you can say the true people and not the Mississippi more. Isolation.
Law, me too who already and some now can go for back. I'm my feel so you romantic. I'm not a lawyer, no meeting. Why shall I quarter?
Is that now what done?
The network name and to be a meeting.
And network into meeting now, bro.
They say one shot and come up you old you hold you one meeting on. They are got it. Also a lawyer. You see a lawyer. If a man is in Germany or a woman is in Germany, can you file for your children if you don't have a home address? Hear me. The late Daddy Lumba. That those of you who don't know the truth and you are lying to yourself, tickling yourself and lying and making your faces like donkeys, monkeys, lonkeys, and donkey donuts or monkey donuts or donuts. It is donuts. Afromax Plus. Donuts. You don't know. And Akosua Serwaa no say one Luma dress so no why you know my dear fin address so onye.
You see, you can't set me for
Onye address the feed.
Somebody acquired passport. Yes, so.
Be careful. The only way you can file for your children as a German citizen is that you, the person, should genuinely prove and have sufficient, adequate living space, which effectively requires that you have a stable, registered home address. Aden. Then yaka. I don't Jimmy na no so sa. Open can okra na. Aden. When Kana yesuro no. Who am I? Who was the car? Me de wenum. Who sika ho kwa na odi?
Councillor Tata na wo ye futa.
E kan nti na me sorry here no.
Sister Abna.
If a man Daddy Lumba, and for those of you who were peddling lies because you were told lies that Daddy Lumba have gone to do a DNA and the children are not for him, so he's not able to file. Hey, forget it. The passport is there. I've seen it. They are approved. All the children that were qualified by birth certificate, Daddy Lumba's pennies that produced German children, they have passport. And let me tell you, the only way you can file for the children is to have a proof of a registered home address. If Daddy Lumba can do what he has done for the children, which home address did Lumba use? Onye.
Nice one.
They can't tell you there.
Metiasia pa councillor. Semi be about.
They all kind when they are benatem.
Mini na tem. This time na nim semi to me di na tem da.
They all kind at them. They are benamo pen form. And you try.
This time na me just say.
What do you mean, Carl?
Listen. So if he has been able to do all that he has to do for the children as a German citizen, it's because there is a registered home address. But it is going on social media that Mrs. Akosua Serwaa has taken Daddy Lumba from the home address. So if Daddy Lumba is not on the home address and there is no recognition by the German state to recognize Daddy Lumba as a citizen of Germany with a certain home address like this with Akosua Serwaa, how come he was able to do documentation for the children? Why do you want to make the woman feel that she's wicked in the public space? Did you hear Daddy Lumba saying what he said? That on record, one of the most better, correct human beings ever met in his life is Mrs. Akosua Serwaa. Did you hear him saying it? Then Abu Champagne will sit there and tell us that if Akosua Serwaa finds her name in the funeral brochure, it's because they are doing her favor. Hey! She has to find a way to go and beg the family because for what? Who has offended who? Who has offended who? If somebody you know is a legally wedded wife, if somebody you all know is writing your son's name, Charlie, hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Let's stop the things. Hey, it's painful. I think about the thing. Say, I wouldn't say, Lumba, you know, one who are brochire. Or Nunti, Ubalumba, Yan, Quancotina brochi. Akosua Serwaa for some messages. I wouldn't know, and now what to walk, I say, or what you black out. Now, when Yan Semonu, Unim so be what they cracked them, or to what you I was a penny, what I yanni.
Councillor, let's see who will have the last laugh.
You don't want to see who have the last laugh. The record must be set straight. The record must be set straight.
It's all.
The nonsense that is riding on social media must stop. The mockery of stupidity, the inquisition in degrees must stop. How dare you have the infantry and the permission and the right to sit on a TV station, a radio station, a social media and degrade a woman who by virtue of her status have given a human being whose today is your star the right to shine?
And then I know Saturday in United Showbiz, Papa she can want MCI. It's not true.
You see, when children are mentally with adult work, because they have got an adult penis to eat, it doesn't make them adults.
Oh, forget. It's not true. When Papa she says, Akosua Serwaa is the one that made Lumba who he is today. Oh, forget that. It's not that true. Hey.
We ask me, can they be asked? We ask my yetino. Time I will want chile with your mouth 50 pesos. And net over 50 pesos be brave, but kai. There's 50 pesos was it to your because you can't change back the hands of time. Obi your papa, no how. Me say obi enti asia ene ma kire wase. Say ma Akosua Serwaa fosu. Oyi that the number enfi na address so enti no tumi e file man mba. Tie me pa. Esa brofo de omni home address omo fe ndi agrokra nya Ghana. Where do you live? Yeah. Body ara bi tidua bi ase wa junction ho. Lotto kiosk bi si ho papa no tene mu no ya kwakro yale. Na anse na bedu ni ho ma me bi ton waache. Oya igbeni de ba grofo friend David. Esa se ni kunu ya igbeni. Onya igbeni o ni kunu ya igbeni ti friend David. Oton waache. Na ke so oton aboboy. Any beans. Who do what bisa ne se o hwehwe papa na kubedua bebre si ni fie obi ado beba enya abruchire de opa address na ne woko they believe in the address system o my ultimu na post to ade e be do anu abetuma da house atu kwan ko obi amefa enya Ghana Jack where are you sir? Omampenia abedi echida da de buy no aye where are you sir? Unhwe GPS clear wa Ghana clear America for the anti what the name East Lagos no ogbogbo din bia wonte da obebresa wan hwe no akopu. The addressing system we are struggling to make it work in Ghana, but when it comes to people like German, UK, US, they believe in the address system. So you cannot file or do any documentation without the address system. So if Daddy Lumba have been able to process a document using the in Germany and it went through, don't sit anywhere and tell anybody that, ma, I'm Pastor Walina, I don't know you fee address. Munja Jimmy Kasa.
Okay, Councillor, sorry.
Okay.
Let me be quick. Let me know in Kasa na me come other points to do. Right, to the episode.
Let me wrap up on my part one. Then I open a chance for the rest of us. Because people want to have this thing now. Please give me the next few minutes. So don't sit somewhere and say, the woman is wicked. The woman is a bad wife. Hear me. To be a wife to a celebrated man, it's not an easy thing. Even when you are abused, you can't talk. Even when you are punished, you can't talk. Most women who are married to people like us can't live their normal life. When my wife wants to go to a salon, she has to be careful which salon she goes to. If my wife wants a seamstress to sew for her, she's careful who will sew for her. We go to church, everybody's wife is sitting down, nobody knows them. Anybody that enters the church, we want to use my wife for example and say, Lutterodt, she has no privacy because she has come to marry this thing sitting down here. If my wife comes on this page today, the discussion will change. Why? Because she is Mrs. Lutterodt. So to be a wife of a celebrated person, whether the person is in entertainment, academia, politics, it's not easy. How many MPs do you see their wife on platform campaigning with them? I have stopped attending PT of my children's school because it became a security threat for the children. My wife wants to attend a lot of events in Ghana. I can afford the tickets, but she wants to be loved so that I can go with her. But when I sit to my wife in the same place, the next morning she becomes their topic and discussion. Today I saw a post of somebody bringing one of the prophet's wife. Say prophet ne sa achia. Nkrofo bebere nam kro mo sa achia wonza. Obi akom ho asem. E sense mo nware nipa kuku dam bia. So why will Mrs. Akosua Serwaa fosu? Ghana make Justin yire. On bi na no bekasa. Say mami ba na nsen 3 days today impo betina video da nkrofo asempo. Hwe ne trending level. Na yampa say dimbi no pe. Obeso de ho awa ne ho bia. Aye ne ho nipa bia nkrofo bi nya yanka. Amu na ye daddy lumba yiri bianka. Don't be your cream. Don't you know me? Daddy. Obi coming one sem upon a so chan mammy. Hey! Now young boy and baby album. Takani a free phone call. I wanted to greet my friends for me. Hello. Yes. Am I speaking to Counselor? Yes. Oh my God! When she told me, I thought it was a lie.
Yalla.
Not the whole wife of Daddy Lumba. She just working in Germany, going to work and coming. She just working here and there, fighting for the survival of the children. Lumba is sitting down here in the name of sickness, fooling with Broni.
Body shame.
Sitting in Ghana, proving that he is the Ghanaian Michael Jackson. He's dead. And he's disgracing the legitimate principle. Luma. Why you careful? Who be rough? Who the member so be that my own can correct?
Brempo dada asase nipa boni ni bia bebre whether dead or alive.
Lumba, who will be Akosua disappointing that so uncle Casemesre, Yan Yakan, Akosa Serwaa pen a year. Koso one die. It says, be at the end of the work. So don't sit anywhere and think that because you have some small credit and some kind of viewers and you don't know what is going on, you will come on any of the platform, whether TV, radio, or anything, and come and tell us that if Akosua Serwaa say or see or your offer certificate, no new way on your way. Who nyansa bisa say ban say no true lumadi. Now we Jimmy Sampo Sadia Tonania. I don't know about pray, then then. Well, my part 1 is to come and prove to you that Akosua Serwaa fosu of the late Daddy Lumba. And before I allow Lawyer Sempa and the rest to start their questioning, hear this for your own good.
You too. Oh, German, I busy on. No, see, indeed, their certificates are mostly inside a book you call a family book or more friends in I don't know. It's if you want the original, you can extract that one from the book, and that one has got only the registrar's signature. But some signed document, you're not your certificate. So this is the original certificate. If you do a picture, I'll say this is how it is, but for people not to be forging and reduplicating these things, periodically they change the style and the font. Okay. Periodically they change the style and the font. If they are old If you are worried about 2004, you don't expect me I'm worried 2025. Yes, you're never for signing as everything. It is if you go to court, and the lawyer, the opposing lawyer can say, now wait for this, now wait for this, or you're right. But it means that almost no needs a say or almost some the Lutterodt. So, and if I'm for some, if we couldn't go through the process of making the embassy of Ghana, Ghana embassy in Germany to authenticate doesn't mean somebody sample also. But and the Hashem Rana German, no also the letter to certificate account. Say you are checking a deal inside deal way. But in your time, you're fine at all. Because it takes process, it takes time. It takes time. The floor, and the so no, also medical certificate is always extractive this family booking. Good. It is to me, yes, after the Ghana embassy. What's the next process? Then you find somebody who understands this thing, it's a witness. Instead of finding Stakatanka to explain traditional marriage, we should have found somebody to rather explain the German style of marriage and documentation to that person that made it easier to authenticate some of these things. But just have what you say. It's a mistake. That's how I'm saying it. That if we couldn't do the certification in Germany through the Ghana embassy, we needed to have found somebody here to do or help us to understand the process. German for the firm, so if you couldn't prove this, obviously the judge could throw your case out. Say, okay, when to me and prove case, I don't think your case has anybody. But the only problem is who even asked her to go to the defense of saying, although Broni, okay, that's it, your case. Oh, do you want you to my fine? You're worrying the customer, okay, fine. But they validate the customary marriage. Because to her, that marriage was cancelled by this ordinance. No, relax. To her, what's a Mikasa? I am with you. Message to her and yet to the judge. To her and yet to the judge. It is a percent or they customary kind of case. One kind of case. No, I'm talking to what was presented in court. And I make her say, customer has said the name. If you judge, I think she's somebody else trying to or tries to bring the fees. She said there was a penny petrol. But if you stick to your law, Kakra, if you are near piece, if you are that's what I say. Say, okay, say, and to moment me and authenticating more documents, more case, who can't be worrying because who can't be worrying is now here at that ordinance, that two cases they go. You could have just said that now that's all over in a memory or yeah. So then you did it well. But you try to balance the sheet, and then it becomes like, then, Madam, my mommy, who found one Juna and Sunny, the case, and the baby case, Nana. But who owned the milk? Nay, I say, Mammy, I don't think I beg you, baby. I say, what boy are you with the sack? I got you, Akosua. I was a boy just to calm the tension. It's also this one will give birth to speculations. That's what I'm doing now. Say, it's
lawyers na ebo na judge kura ya oba na also oba no te no mdum
the leadership the ring that made after the marriage certificate too.
So I played this for you to understand, sir. Ola was right, and Ola will always be right. It was simple. Akosua Serwaa Fosu, legally wedded wife of Daddy Lumba. We brought somebody to explain the traditional marriage and its procedures to the court. What stopped us from bringing somebody to explain to us the way the German court runs marriage? But we gave a judgment and declared that both are wives. So if Mrs. Akosua Serwaa says that she won't accept it, yeni yiri penyi, yeni yiri ketwa, tieme, yiri ba akupeni wo. Onene Mrs. Akosua Serwaa sa won ti ase akoshepo. Yanhwe se dem bisi. Metwa so na mama okwanya nkasa ya hwa na yebi. Mankofo gina so. And say, oh, YouTuber, one link in the so. No for questions in the bra.
Okay.
Who are TikTok there? What me call?
Okay. Now just patch me to makasa.
Okay, say obeka bibi, but bisa question na lawyer say pankasa. Yeah,
okay. Me da se pa nyame hrawo. On say medical kasa na be kansen bi say we nipa matie wache because of say me do no kure. Eni akokoduru a asem obi ntimi nka no. O timi ka na me do wa na metie wo ninti no o kan se bi mane to metrim na asem e to metrim ni se o meki se trade bi na nya once se Ghana ha se obi wo sika for no ma ware no se o mo ware bi ka ho a ebeboa ama krom ha atumpon na sika I don't
but whatever it is, you have to leave the place. So you can't walk. So how do you leave? The only options as I speak now is for you to pick something and I don't know if there's anybody around. Let me check and see if I have any of my boys around the airport. Give me a minute.
If I show bit man to also.
Abna.
Okay.
Abna moderate.
Yeah. Okay. Now my question then say, me the kaka say me power se mitimiti won sem bebre because akukudro with me the kan say my man phone ntimi nkantino e ma metie o pa. It me fa ne say me ye obi a metie wi. Na se me de wasem e bobra. Wasem ni bia o kan ya mete ye da ne say esikafo nyame ahira omo wo man we mu no. Eni kwan so omo ware baako. Omonware dodo na intimi mwama ada bushani bi mpija ewo hiafo no so abrabom timi fa ne se metiwe a me do wa metie wasem na mabeye sikadin ana metie wasem because wasem to makoma so ana metie wasem ana me ware bebre ana se mi ya sa oma me be ware o machi no ye de be ye omuni ana e bia wo na obetima chire mu ya ma me ntina mama baso a me busa no ntimi pa cho eno na me busa
Bijina kase sigani bi anwale dodo ne fa enye poverty alleviation. Na masan kebion say it is better for you to be a second wife to a rich sensible man than to be the only wife to a man that you still take care of yourself as a wife. Na share wo ho. Sigani bi abeso wale dodo no onya from so enkoye emremu one wife. The son said, one man, one wife, maybe or even my opponent better now. Empo, we didn't be no young son to say Mrs. Akosua Serwaa. Okona ko wo dia kola na funtini wale bi nkan. E say mrane se akola bi abawo wo yire chi na kola ne kan ma. A man doesn't have a stepchild. It be gina se sikafo wale dodo no mo fantu onyase. Just some say, the baby pepensuo bi no. Emma and Sumba baby some mema se move within 2 years. So better if you better ya na she ya tabie. Dear here you mudin. Iti be masika de nya na unya sika na be wale a. Dwimienu ansa na koye mremu awade. Awade dodo ana court ne gitu huma alumba ne kire se. Ghana mra na ye de wale ye nsa. Ye wo kremofo awade an hyehyɛ. Ye wo fia awade an hyehyɛ na court awade an hyehyɛ. Kremofo de ne ye 9 pe. Ukọ anim a wato mra. But if you are a friend customer in India, put me cost wa honden and a chair. sɛ wo abuse obia ɛnkɔ yɛ deɛ friend constructive abandonment emre bia enche enti bi gyina bi a me gyina wo tie mi atie mi wie na pesika ne ba ne sɛ kɔ ware a bɔ me pono na me nkyerɛ deɛ sɛ ware kwa abefa so ware na dachi bi no anko friend lumba mfomsoa ne sɛ ɔde akɔso asɛ wafosuo awade anguye ɛna wasan akɔkɔ yɛ ɔba afoforo bi ho adeɛ yɛ ɔkɔkɔ yɛ ne ho adeɛ nso no wamfa anko adwindwin mu yie ɛnhu sɛ dɛne sɔyɛ meka sɛ ɔbaa biara wo ne obi kuna wo menka sɛ woanyɛ ne yie ba sɛ wogya ne obi kunu de wotena fie baako mu a ɔnyɛ wo ho adeɛ a ɛno kyerɛ sɛ gyimie ɛbata wakoma ho onyane wo wo yɛ mane mpɛ baabi ne mu ne nkwara ne ntena no mmedi asra menka sɛ ne yiri tie aburokyire nti efie bi ɔmo si wo weja gbegbe ese choko East Legon cantonment one bema betna ho bema tie mi emboa ho
the pictures kwa san abobo
emboa ho se oba odobroni ti fie kese mu a otwa de nim a mesisa ko se wofori na etwa fie ne hu nyina hia ye no ane san ambre e yo ya me o ba so be boa de no be san so yalefo a me pa me ba ne odobroni aka me mpre mo ntena ho da ye be pe house self ama wa hwe lumba na me ne nkwala na tena me bia be so papa en na efe enti ma ka se odobroni mfum so ye de so ma ne ho kwan ma ne ba de tena fie ba ku se eyire empo ye ne asie so wale na o wale ne wo kwan be so en no me ma moti ase e bo bi di adanse e kwan enam so odobroni betena lumba fie e kan man ka obi oni lumba nam eno so be na no buy as a service person obeboa wo and the children were done matter forcing to become a wife and baby mama today. We are all hearing that she's turning into a wife. But Bema, Master me come in. If you want to marry as a rich person to help other women who want to alleviate poverty from their families, don't go and do a civil marriage. Because in that state is one man, one wife until they divorce. But
okay. If I join, that's
Yadwo mu nti ne akɔfa saa segment we abaye nam social media ne so platform bia Facebook, TikTok, IG, Telegram, baabi ne nam Netflix ye nam baabi ne akɔfa ne de abrɛ mu ɛno ti ɛna ada hɔ no mu a anadwo 1 2 3 wo nso wanya notification say ya upload video no. Ɛno segment we ɛyɛ de trend ɛwɔ media ne so.